Okay, world. Um, I know that I have a certain number of subscribers. I know that most of you don't actually check in with what I'm doing that often. And at this point, I'm not sure what kind of content you're drawn to because my channel has a couple different focuses. For a little while, I did some videos where I was wearing corsets and talking about that, and I felt like that actually it got me a certain amount of attention, which I wanted, but it's kind of ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry that my hair is goofy. I don't know. Um, but the other aspect of what I did is that I had, and I'm using an iPhone 6 here to videotape this, and I think that's where they, okay, I think I'm looking at the lens. The other aspect of what I was doing was some stuff with circular sock machines, which I think is a lot more relevant as far as the world in general is concerned. I figured out how to do a thing that I thought would be cool for making socks, and so I did that. All right. I'm actually cat sitting right now, but I've been drinking dragon's milk, and I just thought, just for the hell of it, man, I just cut my bangs, and they're kind of weird. And also, my hair is, well, I change my hair color like every couple weeks or something. It generally is a subtle thing, and indeed this is subtle. But okay, I'm sorry. The way that I'm making this thing is by holding this iPhone in my hand and talking, and I have it so that while I'm videoing myself, I can kind of see it. But pretty much here's the deal, people. Okay. I kind of wish that I had a consistent sort of content to make that was relevant in some way, because I feel as though on some levels that I am actually somewhat eloquent, but I'm not quite focused on what I want to say. Like, I have some interests which, well, okay, let me just be honest with you. Whenever I do something, I tend to kind of, well, I can get deeply obsessive about certain topics. But what I've found about myself is that I get really deep into it, and then after a certain point, I'm kind of done. And I just go off on my own thing. And that includes circular sock machines and building chicken coops, which a part of me wishes that I had documented more. I mean, I still want to build more chicken coops, by the way. I think that the world needs more chickens. I mean, I think people in general would do better if they kept chickens. And that might sound really silly, but it's kind of less silly than cats. And actually, I have had cats be a big part of my life in the last year or so. And I'm sorry that okay, I'm just using my hand here. God. See, what drives me crazy about what I do with my bangs is that basically, and I'm not wearing makeup, and the fact is though that when I do wear makeup, it's not really that great because I'm not that practiced with it. So I'm sorry that I'm being so self-conscious about my appearance, but I know that that is somewhat important because when I watch videos, I have to admit sometimes when I listen to people talk and I see their face, I'm like, ooh, you know, like especially if they, okay, okay, so where was I going? Oh, yeah, I don't know what to do with my channel. I'm not quite sure what sort of people are following me. I haven't been following the statistics that much lately. I know that I actually have a good number of people that subscribe to me considering. and it's just kind of like, I feel like I can do something with it, but I don't know what, because I don't know who you people are and what you're actually drawn to. But I do feel as if I could say something that's worthwhile. Part of me wants to get sort of political, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I should just talk about cats. Maybe I should just talk about gardening. I mean, a long time ago I tried doing a blog about gardening, and I remember like I had like just a couple good fans, and that made me pretty happy, you know, but that was it. And then other people did stuff, and I don't know. It's just so arbitrary as far as like doing something that's worthwhile content. I can say that specifically that when I worked on figuring out a thing with a circular sock machine heel, like I worked out a specific thing, that probably was the most helpful, and it only benefited, I don't know, probably in the hundreds or maybe less than that. I really don't know. Because the thing is that people don't necessarily comment. And anyway, I just thought I'd do this video, and I feel kind of silly because I gave myself a new haircut and I'm not used to this new appearance. I'm not sure if I want to keep it or not, because it is reminiscent of a hairstyle of the 70s. I don't know how many people are familiar with Farrah Fawcett, but in the 70s, she was like the sexiest lady alive, and she popularized a hairdo that was, actually this is not a classic. See, all I did was a little bit of trim on my bangs. And it was amazing. And so many women got their hair cut that way and didn't want to admit that they were influenced by Farrah Fawcett, but they were, because she was just so beautiful. And I actually had a Farrah Fawcett hairdo in, actually it wasn't until the early 80s. I wasn't really ahead of the curve or anything there. But it just kind of cracks me up that young people talk about people with Farrah Fawcett hairdos and they associate it with somebody being old. Like a beehive hairstyle was the hairstyle of the youth in the 60s, and then all these women kept it up into the 80s. So I mean, like, you know, just do the math. But for me, I guess that I'm old enough that I was just a little bit past the Farrah Fawcett thing, because like for me, the Farrah Fawcett hairstyle was when I was in junior high. By the time I was in high school, it was just a little different. I mean, by that time that was big hair, but I haven't stuck with that. And I think I'm gonna let these bangs grow out, but I don't know. But anyway, I would like to turn my channel into some kind of content that makes sense, where maybe I'm a talking head, maybe I'm not. Actually, like, okay, let me just turn around. I'm cat sitting right now, and I'm in a house that's tidier than mine. So, wait. Oh God, now I need to wear glasses to see what's going on. Oh, right. I was trying to do a mirror image of myself to give my general physicality. Oh, this is just ridiculous. See, the problem with me doing this is that basically I am a vain creature. But if I'm going on YouTube, it pays to be a vain creature and to make yourself look as good as you can. And, okay. I've also consumed almost a full, it's called Dragon's Milk. It's 11% alcohol beer. So maybe my perception is not very good. I'm a little loosened, but anyway, I'm going to just put this out there. Maybe I'll look at the statistics and see how many people view it. I guess, why should I give a shit? Because I put out all these videos where I'm wearing a corset. I'm certainly not doing that now. Okay. Here's my waist. Okay, here's me postmenopausal. I haven't really thickened up that much, but I can say that, well, it's very interesting to sense what happens with your body. But anyway, I've been going on for 10 minutes, and I am willing to believe that for the most part, most of the people watching this will probably shut this down after 2 minutes because you're perverts in Germany. I don't know. Like, I guess I haven't been a talking head kind of channel, but maybe I want to turn into that. And if I turn into that, then I need feedback. If you're somebody who actually watches this and is interested in what I'm doing, just say so. And we'll go from here and see if I can do something with this channel to make it active. Anyway, I appreciate people, even though I hate you half the time. You know, that's kind of a natural thing. Okay, Christmas is over. We're waiting for the Donald to be president, which, in my opinion, will not last long. Unless... Oh, God. Okay, see, this is something I'd like to talk about, but again, I need to think about it more, and I need feedback, and I'm not the most well-read or whatever person. But anyway, I've gone on long enough. So, good night. Happy Boxing Day. That's what it is today. And we'll see what happens here. My God, I look like that bass player from The Sweet. Okay, good night.